guys, this is Tracy. Today we are going to be making some sucker holders for Halloween. It's a little monster and a bat. So the project that I'm making today, these are the supplies that I'm using. I have my Cricut Joy Extra. I've got a light grit mat, various colors of cardstock depending on what color you want your monster or your bat to be. I've got my brayer, my weeding tools. This is called a pickup tool. This is just going to help me pick up some of the little pieces. This is the glue that I'm going to be using. This is the 3-in-1 beacon glue, but I may switch back and forth with this Barely Art craft glue. It just depends on what I'm doing. I kind of like to go back and forth with my different glues. And then of course I have my little clips to help things dry. In my first project when I did my test piece, I did use my hot glue gun to glue the top of the project together, but that's optional if you want to do that. I did find that using the beacon glue and some little clips, it worked just as well. So I think I'm going to go with that instead of the hot glue. And then of course your suckers to stick inside of your little holders. But I think that's it. So let's go ahead and jump into Design Space. I'll show you how to get it all set up so we can make ourselves some cute little Halloween sucker holders. Okay, so here we are inside of Design Space. This is what your SVG is going to look like when it lands on your screen. I'm going to right click and ungroup and just move this one to the side. And these designs are actually ready to go. You really don't have to do anything with them, but I want to show you what they look like when you ungroup them. So I'm actually going to change this to white. The back layer is going to be white. This is going to be black. And then we've got green or whatever color you want your monster to be. I think I'm going to do blue for this one. Obviously that's just for visual purpose. It's whatever color your cardstock you put on your mat, that's what color your project is going to be, obviously. Some people don't know that, so I always like to make sure that I mention that. And then you have your little dots or whatever you want to call them that are going to go on top. So that's going to be for the monster. Go ahead and group that and move that over here. And then we have the bat. Same thing, you don't have to do anything for this. It's already ready to go. Those are the cheeks. You've got our face. And then the little white part that goes behind it. You've got your white backing and then the black for the bat. So those are the ones that we're going to be working on today. I think I'm going to go ahead and do the monster first. So let me go ahead and group this again and then hide it. And I will save this. I'm using my Cricut Joy Extra. So I'm going to click Make. All right, and then you have all the different mats that you need. So these are not attached. These are all separate here. They're very easy to place on your little monster face, so I didn't attach anything. But we're going to go ahead and cut this first. As far as settings go, if you are not familiar with your machine's the way that it cuts cardstock, I would highly suggest doing a test cut first. For me, the white cardstock that I'm going to be using, it works best with my machine if I put it on heavy cardstock. It's just a little bit thicker than the regular cardstock that I normally use, so this setting works best for me. With my black, the yellow, and the blue, those I'm going to be cutting on medium cardstock, but I am going to drop that to more pressure. So again, do a test cut first if you are not familiar with how your machine cuts cardstock. I would rather waste a small piece of cardstock than go through your whole project and have your cardstock not cut correctly. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out the monster, then I will go back and do the bat, and we'll get everything all set up, and I'll show you how to put these together so you can make yourself some cute little Halloween sucker holders. Okay, I'm going to be cutting the white first. Put my cardstock down, and then use your brayer. You can see on here I went ahead and I moved my yellow dots on my Design Space screen onto the same mat as my black one here. That way, shorter time to cut everything. I'm going to go ahead and cut the paper for the bat. I do want to check my blade, make sure that there's no paper stuck on it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get everything put together now. This project is really simple to do, guys. I hope you make them. If you do, you know I want to see them, so show them off in our Facebook group. We'll get up just a little bit closer here. Alright, we're going to do our monster first. I just like to go ahead and get everything lined up to see how it's going to look. Okay, we're going to glue that on first. Make sure I got it the right way. Yep. And then the blue is going to go on top of that. Okay, so let's go ahead and put our glue on here. I think for this one I'm going to use this Barely Art just because it's got a thinner nozzle and trying to get in between those little teeth right there. There's that one. Super easy to put together, guys. I think these would be adorable for, obviously for Halloween, but if you've got anybody in school, do they still do treats so you guys can pass out the treats? I think these would be really cute for that. Do you guys get trick-or-treaters at your house? We don't have them in our house. There's the first one. And if you want to put the little dots on, you can. Well, this is personal preference. I probably won't put them all on. Just like to go through and put little dots of glue, or I think I might want one and then use this little thing. There's that one. I'm going to let that one dry while we go ahead and put the cat or the bat together. And then again, I like to line it up to make sure that I have it the right way. Okay. Now, for me, I had a hard time with my actually, I'm going to use this other glue here. I'm going to use this one just because this one has a little more give. It doesn't dry real fast, so you can move stuff around more. And I'm going to glue just the top first, and then I'll go and add glue to the bottom. When I was doing my practice ones, I was having a hard time getting it lined up. So I found it easier to glue the top and then go back and add glue to the bottom. So that just helped me not be so frustrated. Okay, and then I'm going to flip it around and I'm going to add glue to this side. If you put glue on here, just make sure you don't put it where the holes are in his little wings there. It will show through, although it dries clear. Okay, and then just lay this one down. And that just seemed to work so much better for me. And if you need to move it, you can. Okay, and then we're going to put his little face on. I did one earlier in purple. I think that turned out cute too. Got some strings from the glue there. Flip them around. And this one I'm going to do this way. I'm going to do his little cheeks. And then again, I'm just going to go ahead and put little dots. Don't need a whole lot. Alright, I'm going to set that aside and we can put the little sucker in our monster. Okay, so here's our monster, and depending on what sucker you want to put in there. This one I think worked really good with the little Tootsie Pop. Just set it in there. You might have to push the wrapper part up. And then just bring it over. And like I said, you could use hot glue if you want to. That'll get it to hold instantly. But I like using my regular glue just because I didn't feel like pulling my hot glue out again. But you don't need a whole lot. And then just line it up. And then I just use my little clips to hold it until it dries. I actually might go down just a little bit further. Again, this is personal preference. You do however you like to do it. The hot glue is nice because, like I said, it will instantly dry. So you don't have to mess with the clips if you don't want to. But this doesn't really take that long to dry. And then we'll do this one. And this one I'm going to use the little one. I got both of these at the Dollar Tree, so if you guys are looking for inexpensive Halloween candy, it's definitely the place to go. And this one. And then same thing, I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit of glue. can get my fingers to work. Add a little bit more in there. Okay, and then you just let that one dry. Here's one I did earlier. This is purple, obviously, and then I did one with the green for the monster. But that's the fun of doing this. You guys can use whatever colors you want. I think this would be really cute too if you added somebody's name to this. I'm all about doing personalized stuff. Make somebody feel special. Let's see if these are dried yet. You might need to let them sit for a little while just so they do dry completely. Let's see here. Yep, that one looks good. But there you go. Aren't they cute? What do you guys think? Are you going to make them? I would love to see them if you do. Like I said before, come on over to the Facebook group and show them off if you guys make them. You can find the free SVG and the full list of all the supplies that I used today on my website. This is design number 219. You can find it in the freebie library. Well, that's it, guys. I would love it if you guys gave this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I'm always sharing new Cricut tutorials and free SVG files. But that's it, guys. Thanks so much for being here. Until next time, have a wonderful day on purpose.